people think about mangoes, most only imagine the sweet and familiar flavor found on dining tables every day. But very few realize that behind every mango lies a massive industry operating almost non-stop to deliver this fruit around the world. From plantations covering hundreds of hectares to modern processing facilities, every stage is carefully planned to ensure millions of mangoes can be harvested, transported, and processed in the shortest time possible. What makes it even more interesting is that despite the rapid growth of modern technology, mango harvesting still requires a tremendous amount of human labor. Farmers must constantly monitor weather conditions, care for every tree, and choose the perfect moment to harvest in order to preserve the ideal ripeness of the fruit. Harvest too early or too late, and the quality of the mango can decline significantly. That is why mango harvest season is far more than just ordinary farm work. It is like a massive race against time, weather, and modern technology. To create these massive harvest seasons, everything must begin years before the very first mangoes appear on the trees. On large plantations in Mexico, Brazil, and India, farmers usually plant young mango trees near the end of spring, when temperatures and humidity become more stable. But what surprises many people is that mango trees cannot produce fruit immediately. Depending on the variety and climate conditions, farmers may have to wait 2 to 3 years before the first harvest can begin. During that entire period, every tree must be cared for with incredible attention. Irrigation systems, fertilizers, and branch pruning are used almost constantly to help the trees grow evenly and stay healthy. In regions with strong winds, farmers sometimes even use steel wires to support the trunks and prevent the trees from leaning or collapsing under the weight of heavy fruit. And it is during this long and quiet stage that the foundation for a harvest worth millions of dollars is slowly built. And then, after years of care and patience, the most important moment finally arrives. Mango season enters the flowering and fruiting stage. Just a little over 100 days after the flowers appear, millions of mangoes slowly turn golden yellow and become ready for harvest. But this is also the stage that creates the greatest pressure for farmers. A single heavy storm, strong wind, or sudden temperature change can seriously damage the entire crop. That is why harvesting crews often begin working early in the morning, right after sunrise. On smaller trees, workers carefully pick each mango by hand to avoid bruising the thin outer skin. Meanwhile, taller trees require long harvesting poles fitted with special nets that allow the fruit to be lowered safely without damage. What makes the process even more interesting is that not every mango is picked at the same time. Fruits that have not yet reached perfect ripeness are left on the trees for several more days before being harvested. If you're also amazed by the massive scale of modern mango harvesting, comment number 1 below and continue exploring the giant agricultural technologies behind the global fruit industry. After being picked from the trees, the journey of mangoes is still far from over. Within just a few short hours, tons of mangoes are continuously transported to sorting and inspection facilities. Here, workers quickly trim off the remaining stems before the fruit enters modern processing systems. What surprises many people is that even the sorting stage is now almost completely automated. Long conveyor belts with rotating rollers gently move the mangoes through different inspection areas. At the same time, sensors and technical staff identify fruit that is unripe, damaged, or affected by pests, so it can be removed immediately. After sorting, the mangoes are sent through high-pressure washing systems to completely clean the outer skin. But perhaps the most important step is the hot water treatment before further processing. This stage helps eliminate enzymes that could change the color and reduce the natural flavor of mango juice. And surprisingly, it is these small and highly controlled details that ultimately determine the final quality of the entire massive mango industry. After completing the cleaning and heat treatment stages, the mangoes that meet quality standards move into the modern processing phase inside massive factories. This is also the moment when many people first realize the true scale of the global mango industry. Huge industrial machines operate almost non-stop, transforming tons of fresh mangoes into juice, frozen mango products, and canned goods shipped all around the world. First, the mangoes enter automated peeling and seed removal systems. Powerful processing machines can extract nearly all of the fruit flesh with extremely high efficiency, helping reduce waste to the lowest possible level. Throughout this process, the peel, seed, and mango pulp are completely completely separated through highly precise mechanical production lines. What's truly remarkable is that many modern systems can recover more than 99% of the usable fruit inside each mango. It is this enormous level of efficiency that helps factories save millions of dollars every year while maintaining a stable supply of mango juice and processed products for international markets year-round. But creating bottles of mango juice with a rich golden color and consistent flavor still requires many more complex stages behind the scenes. After being crushed, the mango pulp continues through advanced cleaning systems that use air bubbles and high-pressure water to remove even the smallest dust particles or impurities remaining in the mixture. Next, the mango blend enters a vacuum deoxygenation system, an extremely important technology in the modern food industry. This process reduces oxidation, helping preserve the mango's natural color while extending shelf life without damaging its signature flavor. After that, the mango pulp is homogenized using high-speed blending machines to create a smoother and thicker texture before bottling. In many large factories, the entire production line operates almost automatically 24 hours a day to meet the enormous global demand. And it's truly hard to imagine that every familiar bottle of mango juice found in supermarkets must go through dozens of highly controlled processing stages like these. If you find this process fascinating, comment number 1 below and continue exploring some of the world's most advanced harvest technologies. After the processing stage is completed, the mango juice moves into fully automated bottling lines, operating at incredible speed. Thousands of empty bottles travel continuously along long conveyor belts as the sounds of engines and metal machinery echo throughout the factory. One by one, the bottles enter the filling systems, where the exact amount of juice is measured with near-perfect precision to ensure every product is completely uniform before leaving the facility. Immediately afterward, the bottles pass through high-speed. Within just a few minutes, finished bottles of mango juice are ready to be packed into cartons and shipped to supermarkets around the world. But what makes the modern mango industry even more impressive is that it goes far beyond juice production alone. Huge amounts of mangoes are also processed into canned mango, frozen mango, and dried mango products to satisfy year-round global demand. Thanks to advanced preservation technology, consumers can still enjoy the rich, sweet flavor of mango long after harvest season has ended. However, one of the most surprising technologies in the mango industry is found in the production of frozen mango and freeze-dried mango products. These methods are considered some of the best ways to preserve the natural flavor of mango for long periods, while maintaining quality almost identical to fresh fruit. After being carefully selected, ripe mangoes are peeled, sliced into small pieces, and quickly transferred into extremely low-temperature environments. Using advanced freezing technology, the mango slices are almost instantly frozen, helping preserve their natural color and vitamin content. But perhaps the most impressive process is freeze-drying technology performed inside vacuum chambers. This method removes water from the mango without damaging the fruit's natural structure. As a result, the dried mango pieces still maintain their bright golden color, crisp texture, and rich flavor almost as if they had just been harvested. That is also why premium dried mango products are appearing more and more frequently in supermarkets and international export markets. And behind every small package of mango snacks lies a massive modern production system operating almost non-stop every single day. And when people look at this entire journey, they begin to realize that the modern mango industry is far more than simply growing and selling fruit. It is a massive combination of agriculture, technology, logistics, and global export systems all operating together to meet enormous worldwide demand every single day. From mango plantations stretching under the intense sun of Mexico to refrigerated processing facilities running throughout the night, every stage is connected with remarkable precision. If just one part of the system fails, thousands of tons of mangoes can be affected immediately. That is why companies in the industry invest heavily in cold storage systems, refrigerated transportation, and automated quality control technology. Once packed, many containers of mangoes are quickly loaded onto ships or airplanes and transported to the United States, Europe, and many other countries within a very short time. What's truly remarkable is that even after traveling thousands of kilometers, the mangoes displayed in supermarkets can still maintain their vibrant color and flavor, almost as if they had just been harvested from the farm. However, behind this massive growth lies enormous pressure that the mango industry must face every year. Climate change, long droughts, and unpredictable storms are making conditions increasingly difficult for many of the world's major mango-growing regions. Even a sudden temperature shift during the flowering stage can significantly reduce production. Because of this, many modern farms have started adopting advanced technologies such as weather sensors, automated irrigation systems, and even drones to monitor crop health from above. Some regions are also using artificial intelligence to predict the ideal harvest time in order to maximize both quality and yield. What's especially interesting is that even as machines become more advanced, the role of humans still cannot be fully replaced. A farmer's experience in recognizing ripeness, understanding weather patterns, and evaluating soil conditions remains one of the most important factors behind a successful harvest. And perhaps that is exactly what makes the mango harvest industry so unique. A world where modern technology and traditional farming knowledge must work together to create enormous harvest seasons year after year. And perhaps the most fascinating thing is that even though mangoes have become a global product, every country still harvests and processes them in very different ways. In Mexico, massive plantations often focus on large-scale industrial production supported by modern transportation and packaging systems. Meanwhile, in many parts of Asia, mango harvesting still follows traditional methods, with farmers climbing trees or using long bamboo poles to carefully pick each fruit by hand. These differences have helped create a wide variety of mangoes with unique flavors across international markets. Some varieties are famous for their intense sweetness, while others are loved for their strong aroma or thick, fiber-free flesh. And as global demand continues to rise, many countries are rapidly expanding mango cultivation. Millions of new mango trees are planted every year to support the growing markets for juice, fruit snacks, and processed foods. This also means that the global mango harvest industry is likely to continue growing even more powerful in the future. From the outside, a mango sitting in a supermarket may look very simple, but behind it lies a long journey filled with complex processes that most people never imagine. From farmers working for hours under intense heat to engineers operating automated production lines inside factories, every person plays a role in building the massive mango industry that supports millions of lives around the world. What makes the modern harvest industry especially interesting is that it no longer focuses only on production volume. More and more companies are now paying close attention to sustainability and food safety. Many businesses have started reusing mango peels and seeds to produce animal feed, fertilizer, or even biofuel in order to reduce environmental waste. At the same time, water-saving and energy-efficient systems are gradually being introduced into large processing facilities. And perhaps this transformation is pushing the mango industry into an entirely new era, one where technology is not only helping harvests become faster and more efficient, but also creating a more sustainable future for global agriculture. And as the final containers of mangoes leave the factories to begin their journey across the world, another massive harvest season slowly comes to an end. But behind those familiar golden mangoes is an enormous system that never truly stops operating, from the farms and processing lines to modern preservation technologies running day and night. Perhaps what makes the mango industry so remarkable is not only its scale of millions of tons every year, but also the way people continuously develop new methods to improve quality and reduce waste. From automated machinery and artificial intelligence to advanced freezing and drying technologies, all of these innovations are transforming traditional agriculture into one of the fastest-growing, technology-driven industries in the world. And it's hard to believe that every glass of mango juice or every small piece of dried mango we enjoy each day has gone through such a long and complex journey. If you'd like to continue exploring more massive harvest seasons and some of the world's most advanced agricultural machines, comment number 1 below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos.